let's talk about the array topic today. So an array is a way to store many values in one variable. So what does that mean? So instead of creating many variables, that is int a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20 and c is equal to 30, instead of doing this, we can simply store them into the int number is equal to, in curly bracelet, 10, 20, 30. So this is how you can store many values in one variable. So we have a array index. So array index will always start from a 0, not from a 1. So when we start, okay, so if we see numbers, 0 is equal to 10. So first of all, where you can see here in curly bracelet, we have 10, 20, 30. So value is 10, 20, 30, but indexes is 0, 1 and 2. So number 0 is equal to 10, number 1 is equal to 20, 2 is equal to 30. So according to the index will start from 0 in array. So how to initialize the array? First of all, we have a method 1. You can directly direct values. So like this, int marks 5 is equal to, we have a 5 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, we have 5 values. So we can see here method 2 for assigning later. That means we can assign by 0 is equal to 10, 1 indexes is equal to 20 values. We can store them in this value, very in like this way. So why we use array? So without array, we need many variables. Like you can see here, we need a many variables, but with array we can store many values in one variables. So that's why, so with array, one name can store many values, easy looping and easy calculations. For loop also, we will see the example in a VS terminal later on. So easy looping as well and easy calculations as well. So we have three types of array. So we have a 1D array, which is one dimension array. So it stores the values in one line. So for example, we can see here, so here this is the index 1 2 0 1 2 3 4. So these are the index, but values are 10 20 30 40 50, right? So int array, so 5, that is declarations. First of all, we have to declare it, and then after we can write array 5 is equal to the declarations values 10 20 30 40 50. So use data when use when data is in the single list. So 1D is used when the data is in the single list. So we have a next type, which is a 2D. So it stores data in rows and columns. So if we have a tables, like you can see here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So this is in a table form, this is in a row and column form. We have 2 rows and 3 columns, right? So first of all, we have to declare it. So here is a declarations. So int array is equal to so int array, this is a row and this is a column. We have a 2 rows and 3 columns, and after that we have to simply, how we can write in a code is int array 2 3, which means row column. So row means, okay, so we have to write first of all row 1 2 3, and then after 4 5 6, right? So how it is going to store in a memory is, first of all, array 0 and 0. So what we said, all in array indexes start from 0. So what we can see is 0 and 0. So 0 and 0 means 1, right? And 0 and 1 means 2, because this is a row and this is a column. Row 0 and column 1 1, column 0, that is 1. So row 0 column 1, that is 2. Row 0 column 2, that is 3. Now again, row 1 column 0 4, row 1 column 1, that is 5. Row, and here you can see at last row 1 column 2, that is our 6 values. right? This is how we can print in our VS Code. We will see later on. So we have another types, which is multi-dimension array. So that means an array with more than a two dimension, like a 3D array. For example, we have a two tables, table 1 and table 2, right? How we can print it? First of all, initializing. So if how this table is um, uh, going to be placed in our in the code, you can see here. First of all, we will decide, because in 2D array we only have a rows and column. Now we have more than two dimension, right? So here initializing start from 0 and 0 and 0. So what does that mean? So here that means 1, 0 and 0 and 1, that is 2, right? So this is how we can initialization in a tables which have a more than two dimensions. Like we have later on in loop we have talked about I, j and k while doing a uh, hollow triangle and many more star pattern, right? So we have initializes I row, j for space, and k for number of increments, how many times the I is yeah, according to the row it will going to print the number. So we have initialization three dimension as well. So we will see the example according to that in a loop, but using a array. So loop plus array will gonna be save our time, and it's very powerful combinations, right? So at last we will see the importance of the array. So importance of the array, and the things we need to remember is, so array is always start from 0, and array stores same data type only. It does not store string and float and integer together. So it stores one data type at a time, right? So array size must be fixed. So it must be fixed, like array we have, and we have already writing 6, then that values should be fixed. The array size should be fixed, right? An array to change or get value. So that means we, if you want to change the value of array 2, that is 100, then you can initialization and declare like this in a code. So let's start the example. Okay, let's see our array example. Starting from a simple example, let's see the data. If data is in the single list, how we can print that array. So let's see first initialization our variable. So array means storing many values in one variables. So that is a special thing about array. Right, so here array array size should be fixed. So let's say array 4, which is okay, in curly bracelet we have to put our value 10, 20, 30 and 40, right? Now in a single data, how you can, like, okay, so here indexes, what we have learned, array is started from 0 index, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the indexes, but values are 10, 20, 30, 40. So to print the specific index says, you can separate the data type and then after write the array, and then which you want to print. You want to print the first element. The first element is this one. So let's see which will be our first element. 10, because index start from 0 in array. So never be confused if it asks the first element in array, then it's always start from 0. Now let's see our next way by using a loop, how it is gonna how we can simply code. So it is a deadly combination with a loop. So you can print as much as you want, like I is equal to 0 because index start from 0, and if I is less than or equal to, we have already fixed our already written our size, which is 4 array size, and I plus plus. Now it's time for print. So here, oh my bad, so we have not declared our I variable. Now let's see print f. Now you can simply declare the data type, and then after what else we can do here is we can place our array, which is I here. Now you can see, let's say we always forget, okay, backslash n. Now let's see the example. How does it print? 10, 20, 30, 40, right? Okay, so why it came 4? Because we write is equal to 4. If we print is less than only, then it's going to print up to 40. Okay, so this is how a loop and the array works together. Let's see our next example of array. We are going to add a numbers. For adding a number, first of all we have to declare a variables, which will be a I and sum, because we are going to sum of numbers. So let's see, let's write a variables, declare the variables and array size will be always be fixed. After this we can simply print, so this will print into our terminal. So here enter 5 numbers, right? This will simply print into our terminal. Now for array, so why we are going to use this loop again here, I will tell you when we are debugging it. So I is equal to 0 and I is less than 5. In that scenario I plus plus. So here we can simply write a scanf and declare our data type and place that data type into the memory location of array. So if we didn't write the loop, we have to write it again and again, like you can see here. Okay, so you can see here, now here you have to write it again and again up to 5 times, right? You have to write it up to 4 times, like 0, 1, 2, declaring like this. For that reason, simply we are going to use the loop to not write many times. So you only have to write one time if you are using a loop, right? After this we have to simply print right. Now we will write into the next loop for the sum. So for I is equal to 0 and I is less than 5, then increment the I, and then after you have simply write sum is equal to sum plus array I. Okay, right? Then you have to print, let's say sum is equal to the data type we have. Now simply print like this. So why we are writing our sum like this? Now if we write, okay, sum is what? Our value, we already declared it 0 and array 1. So 0 array 0 means what we gonna print? let's see into terminal. So if we are going to print 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, because there is 5, right? Okay, if we are going to, so we want a total sum, right? For that reason, sum means 0 and array 1. So array 0 means 10. So first of all 10 it will be, and sum value will be 10. Again sum is equal to sum plus array 1. So array 1 will be 20, 20 plus 10, 30, 30, right? And 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 40, 100, 100 plus 50, 150. So total our sum will be 150. So this is how it is going to print, right?